there's something you may not be considering about your avoidant ex and your relationship. And that is the fact that you may not have been as clingy as you think. The reality is that when you are in a relationship with an avoidant, because they literally cannot handle any connection, like barely any, that is real, they will make you feel like you are a lot more clingy than you actually are. So you may have been showing up in the relationship in a very securely attached way, but because of their pulling away and their distance, it made you act a lot more anxious than you normally would. And you might have actually been giving this person a lot more space and distance than you realize. At least I know that was the case for me. I was on the phone with my ex's mom last week. She called me because she and I always had a really good relationship and she misses me. And we were talking on the phone and her son, my ex, got brought up. And I said something like, he's just a person that needs a lot of space. I should have given him more space. And she goes, you did give him space. You gave him a lot of space. Like he was able to do whatever he wanted. And she told me about a time when she and I were both at one of his shows because he was in a band. And she asked me, like, when are the two of you moving in together? Because we had been together like almost 2 years. And I was like, oh, probably not for a long time. Like he has all his music stuff set up at his house and I'm fine on my own. So I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. And she told me that after I said that, she was like, wow, I wish I could be like that. Like, that's so cool that Geneva's so independent and like isn't, desperately wanting to move in together. After she told me these things, I really thought back to the relationship and I realized that I actually had been giving my ex a lot more space than was even comfortable for me. He did whatever he wanted. I mean, like I would see him a lot, but the time that we spent together wasn't really prioritized and it wasn't actual like connecting time. So he would prioritize like all the other things in his life, like his band, skateboarding, just literally anything else. And then he would come over to my house at like 9:30 p.m. and we would watch a movie or something. And I never complained or like forced him to be around me. I always just let him have his freedom and do his thing. But it started getting to the point in the relationship where like our date nights, because we would have date nights for a solid period of time, our date nights or like our really good connection times were starting to get less and less and less. And we got to the point where on the weekend, like we had spent weekends together for like the first year of our relationship. He started booking side jobs every weekend, always being busy for the entire weekend. So like the time that I was spending with him was just getting less and less connected and less time in general. And I just started feeling really insecure about that because I was like, God, he already, did so many things and had so much space and now he's taking more. What is it? Am I doing something? Is he losing interest in me? So that will make you act like more insecure and more desperate for that connection. But what this in essence has helped me understand is that when you're with an avoidant, you really can't win. Because when you reach a certain point in the relationship with them, there's no amount of space that will be enough for them. Because deep down, they just want to be alone. And that's what it is.